Amanda. Welcome to my channel. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly of books for the month of July. This was a pretty good month. I have to say it was a pretty good month. For a while, I was kind of in a little bit of a book slump, but I had a lot of books that I needed to review, so I just kind of pushed forward, and I really wanted to finish my Owls so I could go ahead and participate in the Newts. So I just pushed on and pressed on, and I was successful, and I did the Book Buddy readathon. It was so much fun and stressful, but stressful in a fun way. So there was a lot of average books this month, to the point where I was thinking that I'm not going to get a 1-star book this month. And then it happened. And I believe it happened twice, where I got 2 1-star books. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check my Goodreads just in case, because let me tell you, I read a lot of books this month, but the ones that were really bad really sticks into my head. Yep, it looks like there was only 2. So I'm going to talk about it. The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. And that is the 4th book of the Raven cycle. That is 1 star. I am so glad I am done. I'm the type of person where if I start a series, I have got to finish it, especially if after the 2nd book, I have to. The first 2 books I enjoyed. The 3rd book I did not like. The 4th book I did not like. I just did not like the series. I understand there's a lot of people that loves the series. I personally, I don't get it. I don't get it. I tried to read it in physical form. I listened to it on audio. I just couldn't get into it, so I'm glad that it's over. But it was definitely a 1 star for me. And the other one, which I was warned about, this next one I was warned about by my friend Brandy. We read a lot together. We do pretty much, if I'm doing a readathon, she's doing a readathon, and vice versa. Yeah, she's my readathon buddy. And the one that she warned me about was Bridget Jones' Diary, and that is by Helen Fielding. 1 star all around. The movie was so much better. The book was just, oh, the book. No. If you've watched the movie, you already know about what it's about. It is about this single girl, and I have to say, they make her sound like she's fat. And that kind of bothers me, because in the book, I think she's 9 stones, and I looked it up, and it's like 127 pounds or something like that. It's like, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. You're not fat. And I don't care if, how people really are portrayed, whether they're fat or they're thin, but the whole book kind of centers around the fact that she's chunky. And I just thought that was just ridiculous, and it rubbed me the wrong way. And it's just, the whole book was just bad. It was just, but that's okay. I only had 2 1-star books. Most of them were 3, but I did have some 5-star books as well. And the one 5-star book that I want to talk about is Spiritbound. It is part of the Vampire Academy series. It's book number 5 by Rochelle Mead, and let me tell you, that is so good. If you have not read this series, you need to. I understand that it's old, and I actually stopped reading the series for a couple of years, and I picked it up again, and let me just say, that book, it ended on a cliffhanger. Oh my gosh, it really, really did. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I will say that they think that they have found a way to transform the Strigoi, who are basically vampires. They're like vampire zombies. I don't know how else to say it. They're vampire zombies. I don't know. That's what kind of sticks in my mind when I think of them. And they think that they could go ahead and revert them back to the way that they used to be. And so it kind of really centers on that and the adventures of Rose and all of her friends. And yeah, I can't wait to read the next book, because that was definitely 5 stars, cliffhangers. You gotta hate them. And the next one is called Hidden Bodies. It is the 2nd book in the You series by Carolyn Kepnes. Oh my goodness. It's just as messed up as the first one. Just as messed up. I was rooting for the guy. It was so weird, but I was rooting for Joe. I really was. It's like, oh, this is so great. Oh, boy, you have not changed a bit. And it just ends up being, you know, like the first one. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they're actually coming out with a series, and I think it's on Lifetime, and it comes out in September. And I'm like, I wonder how they're going to do that. I'm really curious because I want to see it. I want to see how they portray that on TV. The next book that was 5 stars for me was Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, and this was definitely 5 stars. It was very, very, very good. I absolutely loved it. However, I do have only one issue with the book. Just one. I feel like if you have read the book P.S. I Like You, you're going to find a lot of similarities. I feel like it is the same book, and I actually gave P.S. I Like You 5 stars also. I mean, in one book, there's emails, which is this one, and then in P.S. I Like You, it was notes in class. And that was really the only difference, except, you know, P.S. I Like You also was a straight couple, and this was a gay couple. That was the only problem that I have, is that it's the same book, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. I really, really did. So if you've read one, you've read the other, but I still recommend both. I mean, they're both really good and gives you the feels. It really does give you the feels. And of course, the next book is a poetry book, and that surprises me because I do not read a lot of poetry books. I don't go out and buy poetry books, but this one, it really, I love her. I love Button Poetry, and I love Sabrina, and so I just had to get her book, and it's called Depression and Other Magic Tricks. It was so good. As soon as it came in the mail, I read it. It's 75 pages long, I think, and it was just so good. Oh my goodness, I just love it. And because I watch her videos all the time, she's in my head, so I know how she is going to say it and portray it, and it's fantastic. Fantastic, and I could totally relate to that. The next 2 books was actually review books that I got through NetGalley, and the first one is Briefcases, which is number 15.1 in the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher, and I loved this. It was little kind of short stories about where some characters were and the situation, and little jobs at brief cases that they went on, and it was really interesting. There really wasn't any spoilers. Well, there was one spoiler. I was a little bit disappointed, but other than that, there really wasn't any spoilers, so I was happy about that. So I know that I didn't really miss too much stuff. I'm sure I missed a lot. They just didn't really talk about it, but I enjoyed it, and it really inspired me to want to go ahead and just pick up the rest of the Dresden Files because I love that series so much. And then the next one, the last 5-star book, is The Book of Peril, The Last Oracle, number 2 by Melissa McShane. This book is really interesting. It's about this girl who works in a library, and this library, it's not really a library. She is in control of it as far as somebody can come in and they want to know about something. They want to know where their love life is going. They want to know their future, basically. Are they wasting their time with this person? About their careers, anything that they want to know, even if they have a child missing or something, they can go in, they talk to her, and she goes in search of the book. They have to write it down on a piece of paper, their question, and then she goes in search of the book, and the book will turn blue. But the problem is every time she does that now, something is wrong. they're answering the wrong question or they're charging too much money for it, because every question that is answered, it is a specific amount of money if you want the book. And it's just acting crazy. It can't make up its mind, which has never happened before. So it's really interesting seeing why that happened, if anybody's put a curse on it or anything. And I'm really looking forward to actually reading the first one, because I never read the first one before, and I ended up getting it through Kindle Unlimited, so I'm excited about that. And so definitely go ahead and check those out. And so I had a fairly good month, even though I did read a lot of books. Most of them were just 3-star books, which is not bad. 3-star to me is just an average book. It wasn't bad, it wasn't excellent, it was average. I enjoyed it, but you know, that's just the way it is sometimes. At least I didn't read a whole lot of horrible books, and that's what I'm happy about. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more bookish things, Project Pans, all that fun stuff. And let me know how many books you have read in the month of July. And that's it. I hope to see you guys next time. I will see you guys later. Bye.